Hi friends, and welcome back to Diamond Delights. I'm so happy to have you here for this whip and chat. It's a little bit of a different whip and chat. I don't have my daughter with me today, so it is just me on my own. And yeah, so because of that fact, I have been contemplating sharing my story for quite a while, and I've really been struggling with deciding to do it, and because my husband has taken my daughter out for a little bit so I could have some alone time, I thought now would be a good time to do it. So I don't get much alone time at all. I'm either at work or I'm at home with my daughter or my husband, and so I thought I would make use of this time, and I just wanted to share a little bit more about myself with you guys, with my subscribers. And this is quite a hard video for me to film, hence why I have been struggling with deciding to actually do it. So I am quite nervous and I am a little bit jittery at the moment, just because this is a very sensitive topic and I'm not quite sure how to say it or how to talk about it. It's one of those things where, I mean, you live with it for so long and it just becomes a part of you, I guess, but it is so hard to talk about. And I know people do say it's not your fault, it wasn't any of your fault, you shouldn't be ashamed. But you know, it's still hard not to feel that way. And so I thought if I diamond paint at the same time, it will help my anxiety, it might help my depression, but it's not at the moment. But so today let's just talk about the diamond painting. Today I am working on So Many Books, So Little Time, by Randall Spangler and Diamond Art Club. I'm doing this for the Draglings and Books 22 event. So I think we're 2 weeks in. I have done, you know, a good portion of it. So I'm really enjoying this. I'm really enjoying working on the Draglings, and it's a bit different from what I usually work on, where I usually work on a lot of sort of scenery type paintings, but I'm enjoying the change of pace, and it's been fun. And it's been fun being a part of another event. So this is my second ever event that I've been a part of. So my first one was the Princess Along, and then now I'm doing the Draglings and Books. So, and I think this one does happen twice a year, and so it's been pretty cool. The videos that are up by the hosts, they're up every Monday evening, and Randall Spangler is in these videos. They do a live video with Randall Spangler. How amazing is that? It's been so cool to actually ask him questions and have them answered. And yeah, seeing him in the videos, he works on an actual painting that he's doing as well, which is so super cool to watch. So yeah, anyway, so I'm working on that, and I have my little rose why did I say heart? Rose cover minder. I have 2 pens here. This one, I cannot pronounce the name of where I bought it from. It's like, no, I'm not even going to try. I'll link it all down below. But this one I got from Bistro Blanks. I think it's wood, and then it's got like this hydro paint, which I think they do wood, and then they put paint on water, and then they dip it into the water, and so that's that one with all the amazing colors, and it is so super duper light. I love working with it. Yeah, so I'm working with that one. And yes, so I am alone in the house for once. in my life, really. Well, not for once, but you know, you get the point. So let's do a colour. Let's start. What colour should I do? So I am quite nervous, and in no way is this a video. I don't know what to say. I'm just a little nervous. Sorry if I come across really nervous and shaky. This is a very sensitive topic for me, but I did want to share it with you, and if it helps anyone get out of a situation that they may be in, all the better. If it gives anyone else courage, all the better. If I am able to help anyone with my testimony and my story, I would gladly share it for those people. So I do have tissues here because I may end up in a little bit of tears. So just, yeah, kind of bear with me. Yeah, so you probably don't know, but I am I'm in my 40s. So I found diamond painting a little bit later on in life, and I'm so glad I did, because in what I've been through in my life, I have PTSD, depression and anxiety, so I'm just experiencing a bit of all that right now. So please don't think of this as a video of look what I've been through, look at me kind of thing. This is just purely me sharing my story, and I feel like when people share their stories, it is so humbling to see what other people have been through. So I wanted to, I can't even diamond paint. I can't, yeah. I'm trying to think of what to say while I, yeah. So this is in no way a video to, I don't really even know what I'm trying to say. Anyway, let's just really get into it. I think I'm just stalling, to be honest. As you can see, I am probably shaking. Okay, so please also, can I ask that people please be kind in the comments if you're going to comment anything. Please, I do not want any negative comments or anything like that. This is my channel, and I can share what I like, and it is not against anyone or not to, well, I don't know, guys. I don't know. I really don't know what I'm trying to say. I just don't want people to be mean about anything, because I do still experience sort of PTSD, I guess, from it, and talking about it is bringing back a lot of stuff, and it does, as it does for anyone. So yeah, but okay. In my 20s, I started dating this guy, and I didn't really want to date him, to be honest, but I did feel a lot of pressure from him, and you know how guys just completely bombard you and eventually wore me down. Sorry, excuse me, I do have to blow my nose. And I just felt cornered a little bit, so I did end up going out with him for a few years, and in that time he did start abusing me. Not sexual abuse or anything like that. He started beating me up. So he would, well, it started with a slap, to my cheek. We were both angry, we were both fighting, and yeah, so it was at my parents' house I was at the time. We were in the basement, in the garage. We were having a fight, as we always did, and he slapped me across the cheek, and I was in such shock. I was like, what the heck? And like, I wear glasses, so the glasses were like almost flung off my face, and I was in shock. I didn't know what to do. Yeah, so after that I was like, no, I'm not having a bar of that. But I did stay. You hear all these stories of how these women stay, and you know, you are so manipulated, and you're so, like, after the fact they're so sorry, and they're like, I'll never do it again, I love you so much, all that crap, to be honest. And which was exactly what happens. I mean, they probably are sorry, but it doesn't excuse the fact that it happened. And so I did stay, but it gradually got worse and worse, and till I was literally fearing for my life. He would bash my head on walls. He would lock me in rooms, in his room, where I would contemplate jumping out the window because I was so scared. He would throw me across rooms. And yeah, we would fight a heck of a lot. It was a very toxic relationship. And yes, I was not in a good place. That part of my life has really changed the rest of my life. It ended up so bad that one night when we were fighting at my house, my parents were away. He ended up, bashing my head on a wall. And then throwing me to the ground and sitting on top of me, strangling me, where I literally thought I was gonna die. And to be honest with you, I wanted to die. I was not happy. I felt like I was living in this black hole of life. I lost who I was. I didn't know who I was. I was not myself anymore. And this was just, I wanted to die. I couldn't live with this anymore, and I actually prayed to God to take my life. I prayed that he would kill me right there and then, so it would end. So I would not be in pain anymore, so I would not be abused anymore, I would not be beaten up anymore. So that all happened in my 20s. So it was a little over 20 years ago now. But it's still, you know, when you've been traumatized, when you've been abused, these things stay with you forever and ever and ever. You never ever, I mean, you do learn to live with it, but I don't think you ever get over it as such. Like, yeah, I'm not crying now, but I have told my story and my testimony before. And I find it it is therapeutic to share your story, to a point. Sometimes I like to just keep everything bottled up inside me. So I hardly tell anyone anymore. So that's why I thought, because my daughter's not here, that I would be able to share it and put it out into the world, and hopefully, you know, I guess, not feel better about myself, because I know it wasn't me, and I know it's not my fault, and I know I shouldn't be ashamed of it, but that is such a natural thing to feel when you've been in that sort of situation. So yeah, so anyway, yeah, so that is me. So while I was praying on that floor, because I grew up in a Christian home, and I grew up believing in God, and so that's why I prayed to God that night, and I was just like, God, let me die. I would rather be in heaven with you than be down here on this crappy old earth with this crappy life that is slowly killing me on the inside anyway. I didn't know how to leave. I felt like I couldn't leave. He would say things to me like, no one else will ever love you like I do. So, you know, I was terrified. I believed it, as you do. You believe these horrible things people say about you, which is mind-boggling. Why anyone would believe that crap that people say about others. But we do, especially when you've been abused. It is like, it's not just the physical abuse, it is mental abuse, it is emotional abuse, and that's why women stay. I do not ever judge a woman for staying in an abusive relationship, because literally they cannot leave. I know the statistics say that it takes a woman about 7 tries to leave an abusive relationship, because they believe that no one else will ever love them, because of the emotional, mental abuse as well as the physical abuse. So do not ever judge someone who can't seem to leave their abusers. Yeah, so that's my little rant about that. Because I know people are like, why the heck would you put up with that? It's not that. It's, you feel so ashamed, and you feel entrenched, and you feel stuck, and you feel like no one else will ever love you because of this, and because you obviously deserve it in some way. So you go back because you feel like you deserve it, because you feel like you are the most awfulest person in the world, that you need this to happen to you for some reason. Yeah, it's mixed up. So don't ever judge anyone for not leaving straight away. It's not that easy. So anyway, yeah, when I was on that floor and I was praying to God, I was like, God, let me die, seriously. And because of this relationship, I have tried to suicide as well, by taking too many pills, because I in no way could live with myself. Obviously it didn't work. As you can see, I am here, I am alive, and I am grateful to be alive. But while I was on that floor with him sitting on top of me, strangling the life out of me, and while I was praying to God, I felt like I was living in this black hole. My heart and my soul were just lost in this black hole. But the strangest thing happened. Strangest thing ever happened. He stopped. He got off me. He stopped strangling me, got off me, and walked out the door and left. And I was alive. And I believe that it was God answering my prayers. Like, he wasn't going to let me die, but he was going to literally save my life. This is why I am a Christian, and this is why I believe in God. I have seen things he has done for me in my life, for others, and so I wanted to share that aspect of it, not just the abuse, not just things like that. I wanted to share the positive as well, that I got to live. After that, he did stalk me for a wee bit. He would drive by my house. He would try and get back together with me. I went away for a bit because we worked together. So I took a month off work and I got some help. I saw a counsellor. I went to my sister-in-law's to recoup, I guess. I started seeing a counsellor. I've seen multiple counsellors over the years, because my self-esteem is shot. This is why I love being an advocate for self-care, for self-love, and for diamond painting. Sorry. Oh. Yeah, so I would see a few counsellors, and I still see counsellors now. I don't think I will ever probably stop. I don't see them as much these days, but yeah, I believe 100% wholeheartedly in seeing counsellors to work through trauma. Yeah, and I think that's why I do work in a counselling practice as a receptionist, administrator. I believe what counsellors do is absolutely incredible. They are lifesavers, to be honest. They're real lifesavers. Yeah, so now I've really lost my train of thought. Yeah, but he did stalk me for a little bit. I went down to my sister-in-law's to recoup, as I said, and I eventually came home and got on with my life. It did take a while to be able to share my story, but I found a really, really good church. And the first day that I stepped into this church, the lead minister, the lead pastor, came up to me and said he feels like God is saying that this is new beginnings. It is new beginnings. And that was incredible. I needed that, and so I stayed with that church until the pastors got called back overseas to Canada, where I wish they'd never gone, but you know, these things happen. God calls you elsewhere, so you go. yeah, so but from there I still miss them, because they were an integral part of my healing and my healing. I would end up at their house a lot. I would end up at the feet of God a lot, just bawling my eyes out. And that in itself, just bawling your eyes out in front of God, is like healing in itself, you know. You're just letting out the pain and the suffering and the hurt and the loss and the grief. So yeah, but here I am today. I am, in no way will I ever say I wish this never happened to me, because I can share this story and help someone else. I work in a counselling practice where I see people coming in every day hurt, broken and lost, and I see them leaving a different person. Sorry, excuse me guys. I knew I would end up in tears. But this is why I love working where I do, because I see the change in others. And even though I am not a counsellor, the fact that I am a little bit a part of that change. God, sorry, I am so super emotional right now. Just talking about this, it is hard. But because I said to God, when in that healing space, in that healing time that I went through, I prayed and I prayed and I prayed, and I said to God, please do not let my suffering be in vain. I didn't want to go through that for nothing. And I think that's why I wanted to share it on here as well. In the hopes that if my testimony and my story helps someone else, I would be forever grateful for that, for not letting what I went through be in vain. You see, this is why I waited until I was alone to do this, because I knew this would upset me, because I feel so strongly about not letting my pain be in vain, not letting it be wasted, you know. So I am thankful that for whoever came along this journey with me and listening to me, and I'm forever grateful for you guys on this platform of YouTube and for diamond painting. So I wish I had diamond painting back then, to be honest. I feel like it would have got me through the hard times like it is now. Diamond painting is so super therapeutic. Just the act of placing these little diamonds on this sticky surface is so, I can't explain it, it's so amazing. So I found this craft about, what is it, maybe about 8-9 months ago now, and I wish I had found it earlier, but I am so thankful that I have it now, and that I am so thankful that I have a platform to share my love for it with others, and it's really helped me get out of my shell, to be honest. I do have like social anxiety. I hate going out in public. I am a huge introvert, and I never used to be this way. It's gotten worse over the years, to be honest, especially the introvert side of things and the anxiety of going out into public. But I think it all stems from trauma, to be honest. Trauma really does screw up your whole body. It's not just for the amount of time that you go through it. It is something that you're going to live with for life. So having diamond painting to come home to after a day at work, having diamond painting to zone out with while listening to an audiobook is a lifesaver. Absolute lifesaver. I think that's why I wanted to start a YouTube channel, because I mean, I've loved books my whole life, but I've never felt the need to start a YouTube channel with books. But with diamond painting, it's a whole different ball game. It really has changed my life. It gets me out of bed in the mornings. Because of my depression, I am on medication for depression and anxiety. And please no haters about medication. I am all for medication if you need it. So yeah, I live on antidepressants and anti-anxiety medication, but it's not the be-all and end-all. It's a very mild dose. So I still really get, yeah, it's hard to get out of bed some days. It's hard to get motivated to get up and go to work. It is hard to get up and look after my daughter, especially when she was first born. I had, I got it, what is it called? I can't even remember what it's called now. I can't think. I've lost my brain. Antenatal depression, something like that. So my depression got quite bad then, but I did get through it, as we do, and but I still, even today, I still struggle sometimes to get out of bed in the weekends. I struggle to get up and diamond painting has changed that. Since I have diamond painted, I get up earlier in the weekends now because I have this joy. I get so much joy from diamond painting, and the fact that me and my daughter also do it together is absolutely life-changing. It's such a precious thing, and here I'm going to cry again just because of that. Man, I'll probably cry for the rest of the day now. You know, when you just share something and it just brings it all up to the surface. So I'm going to be very emotional and jittery. But diamond painting really has changed my life. So if you're new to diamond painting, welcome. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Sorry for chucking you in the deep end of my existence. Yeah, but I hope you get something out of this video. I don't want, like I said, I contemplated sharing this for so long, since the start of my YouTube, which has been a couple of months. I've been debating whether to do this for a couple of months, but when I got the opportunity to be alone for a little bit today, I thought, okay, I'm going to bite the bullet. I'm going to seize the bull by the horns, as you say, and I'm going to do it. I'm going to put my story out there, and hopefully someone out there will watch this and be in a similar situation to what I was, and be inspired and encouraged to get out and stay out. Like I said, with the statistics of how a woman can go back at least 7 times to their abuser, I got out in 2 times. I did go back to him after the first time I left, but then the second time I was out for good. I was away for good. And I believe that comes down to God and his amazing love for us and his amazing love for me, and not wanting me to go through that again and again and again 7 times. But that's just a statistic. It's not the same for everyone. Don't quote me on that. Yeah, so diamond painting has really brought me out of my shell. The fact that I am actually talking to a camera, my story, and I'm going to share it on my YouTube channel, is huge. Huge. It is a huge milestone for me. I am being a huge introvert. I never talk about myself. I never want people to know what I've been through, especially friends, which is, I think, is wrong. We need to share our stories. We really do. We need to help each other. We need to encourage each other. We need to empower each other. That's why on my Instagram I have this new section. Excuse me. I have this new section called encouragement. I'm a huge advocate for encouraging other people, and women especially. I believe we need to lift each other up and not tear each other down. I see so many people tearing each other down in the world, putting each other down and trying to make themselves better. And it just kills me. It's like, why would you do that to your, not your species, I was thinking of the word species, but why would you do that to the other people on this planet? Why would you do that to the other woman on this planet? I mean, we're all living our lives trying to be the best that we can be, and I believe that we need to encourage everybody, encourage each other to reach their potential, to reach, to be the best they can be. And so that's why I have that little encouragement portion on my YouTube, not my YouTube, my Instagram. I will link my Instagram, I think is linked down below anyway, so go check that out if you want to. But yeah, I'm not sure how long I have been talking for, but that is my testimony. If you're going to leave a comment, please be kind. I don't want any negative comments down there. I don't want anyone disliking this video. If you don't like it, please just leave, because that will not be very good for my mental state. Being out in the world and sharing YouTube videos is hard enough as it is, without people discouraging you and not liking something. If you don't have anything nice to say, just don't say anything at all. I can share what I like on my channel, and this is my story, and I am allowed to share it, and if it helps someone else, I am super grateful for that. Anyway, so that was me. That is part of my life, my story. I hope you gain something from it, to be honest. I hope you, if you haven't been through this situation before, if you see someone else in this type of situation, go and help them. it's not their fault that they are stuck in that relationship. They're not staying because they want to. They're staying because they feel they have to. Don't ever judge someone who's been in this situation thinking you should have got out sooner. It's your fault you didn't get out. That's why he's abused you even more. Don't ever even think that. Yeah, anyway, I really don't know how to end this video, to be honest. So I hope you guys are staying safe, being kind, and if you did listen to this whole video, if you could leave a little, maybe leave a little dragon down in the comments, or you could maybe leave an encouraging quote. Yeah, don't worry about the dragon, leave an encouraging quote that you like the best, your most favourite encouraging quote. I would love to read them and see what encourages you guys, and hopefully it will encourage me too, and whoever else reads them. So anyway, I hope this, God, I'm just going to go over and over and over, aren't I? I'm just I'll just end it. Okay, all right, thanks so much guys, bye.